Hey guys, so today I'm going to be looking at people who broke up with a person they thought they were going to marry. So yeah, let's just get right into the video. I was engaged to a guy I dated for 3 years and planning a destination wedding. He cheated with a mutual friend one night. His mum, who he lived with while we were apartment hunting, accidentally walked in on them in the middle of it while letting the dogs out. He didn't know his mum had seen, but his mum called me and told me what happened. He denied it when I confronted him, which made it worse. Called off the wedding and broke up, etc. Weirdly enough, he got married about 5 years later to someone else in the exact same destination wedding, location, venue, package, colours I had always dreamed of and planned out for us. He must have kept my planning binder and just reused it or something. He reused it for his new partner? That's kind of odd. Could his mum have been wrong? Was it a plot to break you up? No, he finally came clean after I said his mum had walked in on him and called me, and the mutual friend admitted it to me too when I confronted her. His mum was basically sobbing when she called me because she didn't want us to break up, but she knew she should tell me. I'm actually sad about losing the mum so much more than my ex. She was awesome. Some other things were revealed about him later too, like he lied about finishing his degree at university and had failed out instead. I dodged a big bullet for sure. Oh yeah, you did, girl, you did. Everything happens for a reason. You dodged a bullet. She cheated on me multiple times on her trip to Europe, which she is still on. I saw the Facebook messages on the computer where she was still logged in. Then she lied when I called her on it. This all happened about 4 hours ago. I'm at a bit of a loss. I was planning our engagement. I'm glad it happened now, I guess. Very rough though. Things will get better. Things will get better. Every time we fought, she would throw her engagement ring somewhere, make me get it, then make me plead with her to put it back on. Even for very small disagreements and even in public. That was the final straw. It was a very bad feeling, begging somebody to be with me all the time. It gave me huge insecurity issues. That was on top of the fact that she began to call me names and hit me a lot. It all started after we got engaged for some reason. Things were so perfect, but as soon as she got that ring, everything changed. What? She changed after she got the ring? Like, why? She thought she trapped him or something? That's a red flag. I'm glad you got out of that relationship. Seriously? She threw her ring and made him find it and then beg her to put it back on? I'm just surprised that they were still together after all this. And also glad that they broke it off. That's crazy. He must have loved her a lot, you know? Jeez. Can you imagine your partner throwing their ring and then telling you to fetch it and then give it back to them and beg them to stay with you? No, once you throw that ring, we are over. Seriously? I would be so disappointed to hear that from my partner, you know? Thinking I was going to marry someone like that. That's disgusting. I mean, I'm single, but like, I'm just saying, you know, I'm just saying if this were to happen to me. Found credit card statement on the floor once, just before a family holiday. Thousands in debt that he'd never told me about. I'd been paying the rent entirely by myself in a job I hated, and I was too young and naive to realize he wasn't an honest man. That was it. Oh, wow. This is why you should be honest about everything to someone if you want to spend your life with them, you know? Like, just tell them about all of your things. Don't hide it, because if they accept you for who you are, then they just love you, you know? And they're willing to work it out together. But if they don't, then whatever, find someone new. Like, don't try to make someone fall in love with you by lying, kind of thing. She was in love with my best friend, and they were both in denial about it. They were engaged a month after we broke up. Oh. Oh, who else? She wanted to go to Florida for the Disney College program. She is a huge Disney nerd. She was too scared she would lose me. I convinced her to do it because if she didn't, she would regret it forever, and that no matter what happened, I would still be there for her. 6 months and an engagement ring later, she told me that while in Florida, she realized she didn't love me like she thought she had. The ring is in a box in the back of a drawer in my dresser. Her worst fear came true. So did mine. Oh, that's so sad. He wanted the best for her, and he still loved her even after she was pursuing But she just realized she didn't love him anymore. Oh, that's so heartbreaking, honestly. It's no one's fault, but it's just heartbreaking. I found out the guy was no longer working when I called to see why his paychecks hadn't come in. I handled the finances for us, and he kept saying his boss would be sending it. It turned out he quit, and instead of telling me, spent the next few weeks pretending to work. Instead, he started going to strip clubs on what little money he had hoarded. When I went to break it off with him, he punched his hand through the wall and lost his mind. By the time he finally calmed down, he had turned strangely morose. He looked at me and asked if we could have sex one last time. My response, no. Him after a long pause, sifting through his pockets and holding out $1 bill. I'll pay you $1 to sleep with me. It's all I have left. Needless to say, he left with $1 in his pocket and no final goodbye. What the heck? What? Who does that? Your partner wants to break up with you and you're like, let's have sex one last time. Oh my goodness. I don't know what I just read, honestly. What's going on? That sounded scary though, you know? I thought something bad was gonna happen. That actually sounded scary. When he got violent with the wall. Thank gosh he didn't get violent with her. Thank gosh. I thought something bad was gonna happen when she said no. Thank gosh. Thank gosh. Nothing happened though. Jeez. What the heck was this? I moved across the world for him. He kept telling me one day I want to propose. Or I can't wait for you to be my wife. That proposal never came. And I was having visa issues. So after a few years, I gave up and moved back. We had been dating for over 2 years and engaged for about 6 months. Then one night she bit me twice. Then I slapped her once and she called the cops. We were drunk, of course, and got into an argument about something stupid. And I wanted to let it all go until the morning, when we could talk about it when we were sober. But she was doing that thing she had been doing for a while at that point, refusing to relent until she felt she won the argument. I was going to sleep at her apartment that night, but when she wouldn't stop arguing, I decided to get up and leave. As I was starting to put my pants on, she tackled me in a fit of rage. Then she bit my arm hard. I squirmed away, but she grabbed my legs, and then she bit me again, hard. This time on my butt cheek. The second bite she wouldn't let go, gnashing on my butt like a dog with a chew toy. So I grabbed her hair and pulled, then slapped her. She was shocked that I would slap her. Shocked. She called the cops. They showed up, then arrested her. I was actually kind of surprised by that, but they were reasonable individuals. I did not want to press charges. I was done with her and saw no need for them at that point. Turns out the town she lived in has a domestic violence law that compels the prosecutor to file charges without needing me to press charges. She took a deal that put a misdemeanor on her record and years of probation. About 6 weeks after this incident, I met the woman who is now my wife. This November will be our 22nd wedding anniversary, and in all that time she has never bitten me and I have never slapped her. What the heck? This is some crazy thing. What happened? She was shocked when he slapped her, when she bit him. That's a whole red flag when they start being violent with you, no matter what gender they are. That's a red flag, okay? Red flag. She was actually quite rude and believed anyone who told her that acting this way is unacceptable is someone trying to control her. She would always deflect and couldn't just accept that people don't like blunt and rude people in general. I'm just being myself. I don't know why people don't like it when I be myself. You can be yourself and still be a butthead, you know. After 2 years of constantly forgiving him for cheating on me, it wasn't until I needed to be hospitalized until I realized he didn't love me. When I needed him the most, he told me, "I'm sorry, I can't take you being in there. It makes me too sad. Call me when you get out." So when I did, I told him I just wanted to be friends, but I had nothing against him. Literally a day after I called him and told him that, he made Facebook official post dating some other girl. I'm married now and really happy in my relationship. I definitely dodged a bullet. Wow, I could feel he was so petty about that breakup too. You know, he was like, okay, you're going to break up with me? You know what? I'm going to post on Facebook official with some other girl. How dare he not be there for her when she needs it, you know? What stupid excuse is that, really? She was already married. We worked together at job. You couldn't wear rings. She hid it very well. I was the other guy. Found out when I proposed and had to tell me she's married. Alright. Why did she take it so far? Like, if she was going to tell him about it, why did she take it so far until he was going to propose? Like, you know what I mean? Like, she didn't even hide it. You know? Like, if you were going to tell him one day, you might as well tell him the earliest day you can, right? Jeez, what? What is this? Well, that's it for the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Tell me in the comments down below what your thoughts are. And as always, thanks for watching. Hope you guys liked it. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!